everyone, welcome to Plain to Champagne. My name is Haley and today we are going to talk all about beating homesickness. But before we get started, do subscribe to my channel if you want more videos like this, and you can always find more information on my website at plaintochampagne.com. First, let me preface this video by saying homesickness is a real thing. And if you're watching this video and you're sad right now, I am here to tell you it will pass and you can overcome it. I believe in you. All right, let's get into this. 10 steps. Here we go. First of all, you gotta take baby steps. If you're watching this video before you get homesick, then great job, you're taking the preventative steps already. Before you ship yourself off for a semester abroad, have you ever even spent a night alone? And I don't mean like at a friend's house, I mean like alone. What about getting a hotel room in your nearest city by yourself? If that seems like too much, okay, what about taking a day trip somewhere by yourself, going to the beach or something? What about seeing a movie by yourself? I think one of the big reasons people get homesick is because they're not used to spending time alone. So taking these baby steps before going will help you. Next step, let yourself be a tourist. You don't have to feel like you fit in right away because you are a tourist. Go around, check out the museums, try out different restaurants, take a trillion pictures. You are a newbie. It's okay to act like one and feel like one at times. That brings me to number 3. Say yes. Just say yes. I hate when people say, make friends. What does that even mean, make friends? Yeah, sure, let me walk down to the friend store and pick up the one in pink. Yeah, no, that doesn't exist. That's why instead I say, just say yes. Chances are when you get to your new city for work or school or leisure or whatever, you're going to come in contact with new people. And when they ask you to do things with them, they're not just being polite. Let me say that again. If they ask you to coffee, they're not just being polite. If they ask you to come over for dinner, they're not just being polite. They actually want to get to know you. That was something that took me a little bit of time to get used to. Yeah, you might be tired. Yeah, it might be uncomfortable, but you just gotta put yourself out there, and the more you do it, the easier it gets. Let me give you an example of one of my first nights here. I was eating at the cafeteria. Honestly, I was exhausted. I had my headphones in. I was so ready to just turn on my podcast and zone out. But this nice girl comes up to me and she's like, do you wanna eat with me and my friends? In my head, I'm like, not really. I kind of just want to sit here in silence and zone out, which is so sad now that I think about it. But I did. I went and I sat with them, and now I sit with them like every single day for lunch and dinner. It's nice to have someone looking out for you. Next thing you gotta know is to stay busy. And I don't mean laying in your bed on your computer with a cast of friends, okay? I mean actually busy with real things. Let's talk about some things you could do. Join your town's Facebook page, look out for upcoming events, take up art or drawing, rob a bank. Just kidding, just wanna make sure you're still with me here. You could start cooking, you could volunteer somewhere, go out on a park bench and read a book, photography. You could start a blog, unless it's gonna be more popular than mine, in which case, don't, or at least throw me a pity shout out. The possibilities are endless, but I do suggest picking some hobbies that will get you outside of your apartment, outside of your house, because fresh air and human contact does wonders. Stay active. Now I'm gonna be straight up with you here. I've been guilty of doing the exact opposite. I came back looking like Violet Beauregard, post 3-course gum minus the blue color. So second time around, I have forced myself to stay active and I feel so much better. My Apple Watch has really helped. I have a weird obsession with closing my 3 rings. I've made a commitment to myself to work out for 15 minutes a day. You might be thinking, 15 minutes, what will that even do? In terms of before and after pictures, probably nothing. But as far as your mindset, everything. And I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, once I've gone for 15 minutes, I always go for longer, half hour, 45 minutes, an hour, even more sometimes. Moving on. Give yourself about 5 seconds to feel FOMO and then move on. FOMO, fear of missing out. For my mom who's watching this video and probably had no idea what that meant. It's a real thing and I felt it when I studied abroad, for sure. Go ahead and like this video if you've ever felt FOMO before, which I know you have because we all have, so go ahead and like this video now. Thanks! The day I felt it the most was probably during Halloween. I was scrolling and tapping through Snapchat stories, and with each click, I fell more and more into a rabbit hole of sadness. Know when to put your phone down and walk away. And if you don't have that willpower, then mute those people on Instagram and delete them from Snapchat. And if they are your real friends, they will understand why. Sometimes you just need to make a separate life and you can't have that reminder of home all the time. Let's move on. Stop making comparisons. Don't compare apples to oranges. It's time to realize that you're not in the same place. Things will be different. Stop focusing on the things you don't like and start focusing on the things that you do like. For example, my town doesn't have a sushi restaurant. Sushi is my favorite food, and there are a lot of them at home. But that's okay, because you know what my town does have? A patisserie with baguette and pain au chocolat and croissant and all of the desserts of my dreams, okay? So I focus on the things that I do like. Next, always have something to look forward to. Whether it be a weekend trip to Barcelona, a day trip to a lake near you, or even just a party this Friday night that you're hosting. Have something that you can plan and get excited about. Last but certainly not least, you have to reflect. Get a journal and write in it every day. Before going abroad the first time, one of my family friends got me a day planner for this purpose, and I am so grateful that she did. Every day I write down what I did, how I'm feeling, or really anything. I do suggest always trying to find something positive to write down though, like someone complimented your shirt, or you successfully had a French conversation with the cashier. And if you really can't think of anything positive to write, just write, I'm alive. I made it through the day. What else can you ask for? Not only is this good for your mental state, but now you have something you can look back on for years to come. All in all, homesickness is normal. Don't beat yourself up about it, but also don't fall victim to it either. The last thing you want to do when looking back on your abroad experience is to feel regretful of not doing more because you were moping around in your bed watching the next episode of Gossip Girl. Get up, get out, and go experience something. You are alive. You're alive. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, make sure you subscribe below. If you have any questions, comment on my latest Instagram at plain2champagne, and there is always more information on my website at plain2champagne.com. Thanks for watching. Cheers.